you seen this lately? One good squeeze and it'll come apart in your hand.
As easy as that. I've tried. Granville, fetch you a dry cloth. Did Mrs. Gillespie come for her bread?
Ah, yesterday, about tea time.
You know, there's no pattern to the movements of that woman. She's very irregular for someone that buys her so much X-Lax.
Does it matter when she comes?
Does it matter? Does it matter? Of course it matters.
It's only one loaf.
Sometimes it happens to be the last loaf on the shelf, doesn't it? Customer comes in and says, well, I'll take that last loaf off you on the shelf there, and I have to turn down a sale. Do you realise what it does to a shopkeeper to turn down a sale?
Oh, I know what it does to you. You get nasty with people.
That is a secondary symptom. The first thing that happens to me is my top lip goes numb. It goes absolutely lifeless. It just lies there as dead as if it had been nationalised. My moustache loses all its lustre.
It's looked like that for years.
Never. It's been very lively in its time as this moustache. No, it's me lips where rigor mortis so suddenly sets in.
Well, they're due for a rest anyway.
It's not funny, Granville. It's a hell of a place for somebody to die on you, right under your very nose. A very peculiar sensation. I have the difficulty formulating my words.
Really? I'm sure it's not noticeable.
Finger ends get all constricted.
Have you tried taking them out of the pockets?
I don't go around with me hands in my pockets.
No, not your pockets, other people's pockets.
Listen, you. If you want to succeed in business, you have to have a streak of ruthlessness.
No, either that or a rich wife.
You couldn't get a rich wife if you didn't have a ruthless streak. Size of your streak, you'd be lucky to get any wife at all.
Well, you haven't got one yet, have you, eh?
No, I haven't, but I've got one on order, though, haven't I? Just a question of arranging delivery. No, she'll never name the day while she's got her old mother living over there with her. It's a pity her mother can't find somewhere to go and live permanently, you know. Like heaven, for instance. Oh, God. There we are, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, a certain steel in the makeup, Granville, is part of the basic equipment of the shopkeeper, you see. You wouldn't like to be without part of your basic equipment now, would you, Granville?
No, I wouldn't. Could be very embarrassing at my age.
It certainly could. You know, you could lose most of your basic equipment standing right here. I'll have to slacken that spring off. It's no good.
Well, you keep saying that, but you never do.
Ah, well, you see, these little pound notes, Granville, I mean, they've been swapped around and passed from hand to hand all their little lives, haven't they? They've never known a stable home. It's up to us to keep them snug and cosy, and now that they're here. No, this may not be a palace, Granville, but there's nowhere they would be more appreciated. You may think I'm an old miser, Granville, and you are quite at liberty to say so. Though it might get you a swift boot behind the bit. There we are.
Is that for me? Oh, sure.
You see, you have to remember, Granville, that it is my heavy responsibility to train you to one day take over this entire empire. And when I see you standing there with them big soft eyes and ice cream all down your front and round your mouth, I just have to Oh, God.
What have I done? What have I done?
What have you done? Granville, it's time for a bit of advanced training, I'm afraid. I got to get a bit of steel into you, lad. It's no good just going through life, laying back and letting things happen to you, like your mother used to.
I've been sweeping round these things for 2 years. Yeah, why don't you give up on these, eh? Look, they're never going to get rid of these. Who's going to buy these?
Don't worry about them, Granville. They're a little bit too advanced for you, those are. You just stick to basics, like how the hell you're going to pay for that ice cream.
Well, you can't just drag people into the shop.
No, it's not dragging them in, Granville. It's more propelling them in this direction as if by accident, you see.
All right, show me.
Oh, Granville, you've seen me do it often enough.
No, I haven't. I've always been too embarrassed to watch.
No, it's not a case of embarrassment. It's a test of skill.
Well, I hope this section never gets published in my biography. No, I'm warning you, if ever I become famous, well, one day, I want absolutely no reference to this.
I see. Ashamed of it, are you?
Well, let us just say that I would prefer to gloss over this period of my life with a simple paragraph that reads, for a while he was employed in a minor executive capacity in a commercial enterprise. What happens if they're bigger than me, like him?
Well, you're not going to wrestle with him, are you? All you're going to do is use a bit of psychology on him.
Right, well, go on then, show me.
Oh, Granville, it's simple enough. Look, I'll show you this last once, and then it's your turn, all right?
I'd like to try on something a little bit smaller.
Oh, don't be silly. The bigger they are, the harder they spend. Now, listen, pay attention. Make sure that he is going to pass the shop, because if he's going to come in anyway, you're wasting your time, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's too late. Once they pass the shop, because he'd be round the corner and away, wouldn't he?
It's never too late. You catch him at the warehouse door as they go past the back, don't you? You go, I'll show you. You go out there, and if he goes round the corner, say, stamp your foot.
Stamp me foot?
Yeah, you know what stamping your foot is? Like that.
Missed him. Obviously missed him.
Oh, one thing I hate, it's grit in the eye. Even the tiniest speck feels like a dormer bungalow.
You want to wet the corner of your handkerchief.
Oh.
I can't see anything.
Oh, well, it must be catching. Don't tell me you're going blind and all.
Sometimes if you bring your top down and waggle the bottom.
Who do you think I am, Gypsy Rose Lee? Oh, hey, it works. It's gone, Granville. Oh, it's gone. Oh, what a relief.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, and now what can we give this nice young gentleman to show our appreciation?
Give?
Give over. You don't have to give me anything. You do the same for me.
Oh, too proud, you see, to accept charity, Granville. Well, put it this way, what little bargains can we put him onto to show our appreciation, eh? So there we are, sir. Compliments of the management, sir.
Oh, you've been very good.
There's someone up there that sees everything we do, you know.
I know. It's that Mrs. Harris I saw her peering out of her window. Hey up. Here comes Mrs. Harris and that Mrs. Turner. Now, come on, here's your chance. Try and sell them something a little bit extra. Come on, let's see a bit of salesmanship. Go on.
No, she's as bad. She can pass you on the street.
Oh, they're never any good once they've been to Mallorca.
Brown. All she thinks about's being brown.
And nearly everywhere, if you can believe what he says next door.
Well, who's got a better view? 20 navy cut, please, Granville.
Same for me, Granville.
And a box of matches?
Too much sun dries the skin, you know. It's very destructive.
Oh, it is to me. I go all blotchy.
She'll wish she'd kept more clothes on.
And here, where me brow finishes, it always starts to peel.
Oh, it's further down where it gets me. I can stand hardly any exposure around me navel. My skin goes all crisp.
Top of me thighs is where I get it.
The ultraviolet, according to that friend of our Esmond's. And he should know he's as big a violet as I've ever seen.
Here, how is your Edmund?
Oh, don't ask.
That's 20 naval. Navy. Navy cut for you, Mrs. Turner, and for you, Mrs. Ellis. Thank you.
You get worse, Granville.
Keep taking the pills, Granville.
And who do you think she's browning herself for is a question that springs naturally to the lips.
Well, he can't be her husband. Have you seen him?
It's the way he walks.
Well, nobody's going to go brown all over just for him.
Can you imagine him with nothing on?
I bet we'd have to if we saw him with nothing on.
Give him his due. He's fixed her up with some wonderful kitchen units.
Oh, has he?
You glaring at me for?
What am I glaring at you for? Look at all them opportunities you just missed.
What opportunities? They only came in for cigarettes. That's all they ever come in for.
What they come in for is up to them. What they go out with is up to us.
Can't get a word in edgewise with them two. I mean, they never listen.
Oh, no, well, you make up for that then, don't you?
Don't know what you mean.
Listening to the gossip.
Well, I can't help overhearing a certain amount.
Overhearing? Your looks were flapping about like radar. There was me with her back there, my arms a windmilling about, trying to persuade you to make a sale.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Making a sale for your windmill? A sale for your windmill?
Now you're going to get on with it.
What are you doing with that lad's ear?
It's the only place to handle such small dogs and errand boys. I mean, with due regard to the conventions, where else would I take hold of an errand boy?
Poor lad. Oh, you've made it all red.
Oh, it feels longer. Is it longer?
You leave him alone. He's got very shapely, delicate, small ears.
They're delicate. They're like the dustbin lorries. He goes round picking up every bit of rubbish he can lay his lobes on.
They're a lot nicer ears than many I've had to see to.
Now, listen. As the person you're supposed to be engaged to, I don't much like this comparison of some of the things you've had to see to.
And I can well understand why.
And I can well understand why.
Granville, now listen. You're going to stand right there. The minute Nurse Gladys Emanuel goes into her house, you're out again on the street, all right? Oh, dear. Now, look, she's been caught by Mrs. Pendlebury. Oh, dear. Oh. She's a very, very peculiar shape, is Mrs. Pendlebury, isn't she? Can't be very convenient for Mr. Pendlebury. You know, he often comes in here quite late of an evening for a six-pack of ale with a desperate look in his eyes. She'll be there for half an hour now, you mark my words.
Ah, good. A reprieve. At last I've had a reprieve.
Not for long, Granville.
Oh, Dick. Do I have to go out there? They'll only laugh at me. I know they'll only laugh at me.
Come on, Granville, chin up. You come from proud stock, lad. Waterloo, the Battle of Britain, the glorious double Gloucesters. We are a stubborn race when the chips are down.
Well, our chips aren't down. They're still at full retail recommended price.
A race that, when we have to, can still produce the brave. Men who are prepared to go out as single-handed and marry Mrs. Pendlebury.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Granville? They used to say to me at school. I used to say, oh, fighter pilot.
I see George Madeley's got her first for his Brussels sprouts again.
I see what I would have missed. I've been stooging around up there with my gun sights glowing, cruising at a steady Mach 6. There'll be no hot news like that coming over the old squawk box. Hello, Tango to Red Leader. I hear George Madeley's got a fair first for his Brussels sprouts.
He was very lucky with his Brussels sprouts, was George Madeley.
Well, Mr. Madeley, I've had a look at the X-rays, and I'm afraid that leg is going to have to come off. But never mind, we're leaving you your Brussels sprouts.
Hey, listen to this. Vicar's wife accuses cook of ding-dong in Belfry. Discarded underclothing points to Vicar's infidelity. Let that be a lesson to you, Granville, and never point with your underclothing.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Poor old Vicar. They found his vest in her pantry and her pants in his vestry.
How delightful.
Oh, always a pleasure to see a new face.
Oh, I never knew they still existed.
What, new faces? Oh, yes. Yes, you find them just underneath new people's hats, you know.
No, not new faces.
Oh.
No, these places. Poky little shops. Everything hiddledy-piddledy, all scrunched in. Quaint.
Oh, good. You really think so?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, good, because that was just the effect we were striving after, you know. Oh, yes. I remember saying to the architect, now look, Sir Hugh, I said, we don't want any of this modern rubbish. We'll go strictly for quaint.
Oh, love the smell. What is it, do you think?
Well, you've come on a bad day, you see. We get a lot of old people in here on a Tuesday. Which is fine, unless it's been raining, and then some of them smell a bit damp, you know.
I think it's cough drops, tobacco and paraffin.
That's right, and that's only the women.
I see you're still selling things unwrapped.
That's a vicious rumour, madam. I've never even appeared in the shop unwrapped.
Mind you, they do look tempting, little cakes. I might have risked a couple had you had some tongs. Don't you use tongs?
Of course we use tongs, madam. Oh, I am notorious on the tongs, but usually I just save them for the summer months, you see, because they are marvellous instruments for swatting flies. Got it. Look at that. Another pregnant female. There we are. Which cake did you... One of those did you want, or one of those?
No, thank you. No,
Oh,
I
dear.
don't think so.
Oh, a bit of cream's all over it.
Really, I only came in looking for French cigarettes.
Oh.
I don't suppose you have any French cigarettes.
No, but we have English ones you can smoke with a foreign accent.
I only smoke the French.
Best thing that could happen to them.
Oh, I remember a shop like this when I was a child.
Yes, so do I. this is it.
I suppose it's long since been condemned.
Well, as a matter of actual fact, we are on the very verge of the same thing ourselves, you know.
Really?
Oh, yes, on account of the frats.
The frats?
Yes. Oh, they're everywhere, you know. They get under your skirting boards and your floorboards, into your cavity walls. My God, you've had it if they get into your cavity walls, you know.
I'm surprised a property of this age has cavity walls.
Well, we didn't have cavity walls till the damn frats got in, you see.
What are these frats?
Frats? Oh, they are a nasty cross between a ferret and a rat.
A ferret and a rat?
Yes.
And do they interbreed?
Do they? That's all they ever do, night and day. Oh, yes, it only takes a jiffy, they tell me. Actually, it happened first by accident when two of the little creatures tried to force themselves through the same narrow aperture, you know, and like that, you see. Well, of course, once having got the knack... Yes, oh, yes. Yes, the knack of producing frats, or as we say locally, fraternization.
And, you have them here?
Oh, we've got them everywhere. They're spreading like wild frats.
But surely if there was an epidemic, I mean, the health authorities would be...
No. They daren't to risk a panic, you see. Oh, no. They just send someone along who bore a couple of holes in your walls and tell you you've got nothing. You see, the trouble is, officially, the problem doesn't exist.
What does one do?
One acquires a frat detector. Something that burns economically on a low light, a little pleasant yellow flame, which turns green the moment the frats appear. That's one. There we are, madam. I'll just open the door for you. Thank you. Do call again for frat oil, won't you? Quaint. What does she mean, quaint? I'll give her quaint. This may be old-fashioned, but it's functional. What she's looking at here is a sort of annex to my wallet.
Hey, how did you sell them lamps?
Ah, don't worry about that, Granville. That is a little too advanced for you at the moment. Oh, my God, what's that?
Oh, me horse collapsed.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Well, oh, dear. Hardly the thing for a quiet evening out with the one you love, is it?
What do you mean it's not so loud?
Pardon?
I said it's not so loud.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you for that shirt.
The milk woman loves it.
Don't change the subject. We're talking about shirts. Listen, we've got an empty shop here. Come on, you're supposed to be outside getting customers in. Come on, get on with it and smart yourself up. Look at you.
Oh, what's the point? I'm only going to make a fool of myself.
Well, then you make a smartly dressed fool of yourself.
You call this smartly dressed?
Well, it's high style for an apprentice shopkeeper.
I know. It's a hell of a rig for a fighter pilot, don't it?
Granville, you're going out on your first solo mission, lad. The world is your oyster. Go out there, pick yourself a victim, and come at him out of the sun. Yeah, you're on your own, Biggles. Bring 'em back alive. I'll hold your parachute.
Charging into people that way. You can stop people's breath that way.
How? No, I'm just having fun, that's all.
You get dressed up, you come out to do a bit of shopping, you don't expect to be knocked off your feet by a runaway errand boy.
Of course you don't, Mrs. Featherston. Come on, sit over here, my dear. Just sit down a moment. Take the weight off your purse. There we are.
Not even my husband used to get as close as that.
Oh. Whereabouts did you catch her?
I don't know, everything went black.
Well, she's a widow woman. Everything's black to start with.
God, it could have been anywhere, couldn't it, eh?
Hey, come on, get out. How you're supposed to be customer hiding. Get out there. Go on. Dear.
You look sad, Granville. You poor love. What is it?
It's advanced training.
Oh, if it's only something to do with the shop. I thought you were really depressed. Heartache or something.
Oh, that's what I mean. It is. Mainly, it is heartaches.
Deep down, word-looking empty. Need a shoulder to lean on sort of heartaches.
Yes, they're the ones. Yes, that's them.
I get them sometimes. I know what they're like. They're terrible.
Yes, they're terrible.
I used to get them a lot. I used to think life was really bad. Then my husband left me. I felt heaps better since. You see, when you least expect it, something turns up.
What's wrong with Granville? Poor love.
Mrs. Featherson, that's your change. That's just right.
It's a very funny sensation at getting entangled at my age with an errand boy.
Well, what's all that going on out there?
There he is, that's him. Bullying this poor lad.
I saw him leading him by his ear.
Ought to be ashamed, is he?
Bill, get this butt off me! Hey, Bill!
Now look here.
Get this butt off now, Bill!
He said he wanted people in the shop.
Funny lot, women, when you look at them. And I often do. It took me all my time to calm that lot in the shop down to the point where I could start selling. Then I believe there were one that got away. Oh, God, don't say I've started slipping. I don't mind wearing glasses, Lord, or even a hearing aid. But if it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay young and very muscular when it comes to the acquisitive instinct.